And what's going on, everyone? My name's Dom. This is Completing the Circuit Podcast, episode 24. As you know, I got my good friend Joe here.
Hello.
And we have Erin. How are you doing today, Erin? How are you doing today, Erin? Oh my God, I can't talk.
Doing well. How are you? I'm
doing all right. It's a festive holiday. And I was trying to be more festive earlier, but with my hat, I had a Santa hat on. Joey did not like my Santa hat, so I have now removed the Santa hat. And we are going to do the episode without Santa hat, but Erin has her red sweater.
I do. And it has reindeer on it. And snowflakes.
Bah humbug.
Bah humbug.
Is this I'm not familiar with this reference. Bah humbug?
Mm-hmm.
What's bah humbug?
I only know it from Rent. I don't actually know the meaning.
Bah humbug is people that hate Christmas.
No, it's not.
Like the Grinch?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough. So, yeah, happy holidays, guys. Thanks for listening. We're at 24 now, so technically we skipped a week, but this is...
Happy Christ.
This is our 25th week doing the show. This is technically our 25th week having a podcast.
Feels so much longer.
You know, I think the complete opposite, Joey. I think it feels way, way, way longer than that.
No.
Because I have to sit here every week and look at your mug. Marker, babe.
And I have to look at your stupid...
Okay.
Which I want to...
Yeah, we're just going to beep all of that. Everything. That whole sentence is just going to get one long beep. All right, we're starting this one off good. Joey's warmed up. He's ready to go. So, this week has been quite interesting. We got a lot of Cyberpunk news. Before we get into some of that stuff, again, I want to say...
What's Cyberpunk?
Oh, you're gonna find out. You're going to find out here in a second. So, I just want to say again, thank you guys for who've been watching us the whole time.
Yes, thank you.
Much appreciative. Definitely just shoot some stuff out there. You know, follow us on Twitter, throw us news stories. We want to start getting you guys involved more. So if you're listening, be it YouTube, Spotify, whatever, check us out on Twitter. And then as a side note, the main channel today, which if you haven't seen is on YouTube, has hit 100 subscribers. It's at 101 as of taping this.
Woo-hoo.
So for any of you who are on the main channel, thank you so much, for checking us out. And we're going to be trying to bring more videos. Right now, I know it's just me. We're going to try to bring more gaming stuff and other stuff like that as we expand. So, again, thank you guys. So, getting into the news. What the hell? Erin has Bah Humbug from dictionary.com.
Bah humbug, because Joey was actually right. And it was used by Ebenezer Scrooge in Charles Dickens' A Christmas Carol to convey his displeasure of Christmas. So,
those are my heroes.
So, Joey, you were right.
This is why he likes scalpers.
I love scalpers.
The internet is on its way to kick down your door.
I have 5,000 PS5s, and I have 500 Xboxes.
Oh.
And I am selling those right now.
So when he says PS5s, he found a bunch of broken PS1s in the dumpster and used a Sharpie to put 5 on.
And you guys can buy this on my website.
There it is. There we go. Okay, now this is gonna be a good one. Okay, so as of taping this, it was a couple hours ago after shooting. No, I'm sorry. That looks like it just says an hour ago. I'm not exactly sure. This happened earlier this evening on Thursday. Sony pulled Cyberpunk 2077 from the PlayStation Store and is now giving out refunds to anybody who bought the digital edition. And I've never seen this before on a big title like this. So. Yeah. There's a lot to this.
And I've heard that Sony is very, stingy when it comes to giving refunds to games.
Oh, yeah.
And so this is kind of a really big deal.
Yeah. Have you tried getting any refunds from PlayStation before?
No, because the games I play actually work. So I never had to do that.
That's funny. You've never had to get a refund because the games actually work. Well, you know what? It looks like your judgment is correct because you did not get Cyberpunk and you don't have to worry about this damn refund thing. I think even the PS4 Pros have had performance issues as well. Not as bad as the base consoles, but some of the stuff we've been seeing. I mean, you guys have seen those videos, right? With the low poly models and the different bugs and stuff.
Yep.
When
He's trying. There it is.
How can you not see him?
All right. There.
When?
Well,
How?
it's technically kind of correct. When can you not? Because it's never, because they're literally covering social media right now. Like, I think CD Projekt Red and Cyberpunk have been trending on Twitter for the past week because of this.
Good media is better than no media.
I don't know about that.
Can't keep it straight.
Yeah, this one, this is a lot, man. This is a lot. And I think they sold like 8 million units, and now like they're doing emergency shareholder meetings. Stocks are down 30% for CD Projekt Red, which is $1 billion loss of value.
I should try to get a refund.
Apparently.
Use it as like a stimulus check.
There you go. Yeah, maybe they'll just believe you bought it. Like, I bought it, but it was so bugged it deleted itself
Yeah.
from my
funny.
game list.
And then I get a
That's fun.
stimulus check.
Wait a minute. No, it is bugged because it says Joey has been playing the game the whole time.
It
Remember?
has.
We said that last week, or we said it before. We didn't say it last week. So we go on to PlayStation before Cyberpunk released. Erin was going into the store and she was looking at it, and it said friends who also play this game, and it said Joe.
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm. And that was like 2 months ago.
No, that was like 2 weeks ago.
No, when I looked.
Oh.
Yeah,
It was a really long time ago.
you've apparently had it and been playing it for a very long time.
I guess so.
Guys,
I was very close.
I also scalp these games, and I had the first one.
Apparently.
You had the first one.
That's right, and I'm selling it for $5,000.
Oh.
It's the most buggy version of any of them.
I'm-
Oh, here we go.
Oh my god, you know what's funny? Think about all of those people, because we looked at all of
Mark it.
Yeah, that's
I was
gotta
about
be.
to say, can we say that?
I don't know.
We went through and looked at all of the people who spent a ton of money on the Cyberpunk games on eBay for like 40 grand and stuff. I wonder how they must be feeling right now.
Oh man,
They're feeling really great about their decision in life to spend 40 grand on the game.
that they were gonna get in 2 days.
Jeff Bezos
Yeah.
is one of them. I feel bad for him.
You feel bad for
rough.
Bezos?
That's right. He's not going to Wendy's.
Why? What the? Why? Okay. What part of you feels bad for Bezos?
He wasted his money on this. I mean, I feel horrible.
I don't think the man can waste money. I think he could spend $300 million tonight on a lottery ticket, lose a lottery ticket, and it wouldn't be a loss for him.
He's the only man out.
You know what?
Okay.
I don't think you're far off as far as that goes. I think a lot of people feel the same way.
Mark that. I don't want people to hear that.
I mean, Aaron, it's true. If Jeff Bezos hit you up at 3:00 in the morning and said, "You up?" what's your reaction going to be?
Well, if I'm awake, I'm going to be like, yeah.
Mine would be like, "You
You
better
up?
believe I'm awake.
Mark that down.
What you need right now." Aaron's gonna build up the habit so well, we won't have to say you got to mark it down
Is this
anymore.
a Jeff Bezos segment or Cyberpunk?
I just wanted to get my Jeff Bezos plug in there. Okay, so now we're back to
Stop saying plug. I always think about butt plugs.
Well, speaking of butt plugs,
great segue into the next story. So these
so if you've played Cyberpunk 2077, you've probably noticed that there have been dildos flying around. Well, apparently,
I'm mature.
CD Projekt Red is adjusting the amount of quote unquote distracting dildos, or a distracting amount of dildos.
And I have in fact seen, and I believe Aaron has too, a
Yeah.
lot of dildos. You go
Yeah.
into a convenience
Yeah.
store and there's a studded 19-inch dildo
I
just
mean,
waiting for you.
if it's in the, CVS might have one, or Walgreens, it might be a pharmaceutical thing that
Yeah.
people might need because they can't take the real thing anymore, and they just need to use that one and lubricate it up and
Mhm.
make sure that it works properly and have the AA batteries ready to go.
I think these things
Yeah.
take D's.
Yeah.
D.
Haha.
That's funny. Oh, that I didn't even
Double
That's
D's.
triple D's. You know those old school radios? Like a long time ago, you pop open the battery, and you could stick your whole fist in there. It's like you need
Alrighty
a
then.
massive. Yeah, I know.
We
it's
are
cool.
done.
There's a lot of
He just
insertion
went
references.
with f***ing.
I don't know if we can say that
Probably
on the
not.
show.
Mark it down.
Okay, we're gonna
Or that whole.
we're gonna have to
What's a
hire,
mark?
we're gonna have to hire a marker at some point or another.
I think we have some in the drawer.
It's
We had Manny on. We were about to bring a new person named Manny, but he decided to play sick.
and you know what? Let's see if he sees this and he says something. So Manny, if you're seeing this, I don't.
Way to go, buddy. Way to let us down.
He's, you know what? But hopefully he will be on the show. Yeah, we got a new guy hopefully coming in on the show. One of our old work buddies. We'll see.
I don't like him.
Oh, I think it's going to work out just fine.
He's
I
a
think
mean.
so too.
He talks too much.
Perfect. That's exactly what we're
Way
looking
too
for.
much.
Way too much.
Talks even more than you.
That's impressive.
Right?
That's impressive. So this story is funny because when the game first launched, I remember Erin coming up to me like shortly after we started playing it. It was either that night or the day after, and she said, "How many dildos have you found in this game?" Like I swear, it was like, and then this story comes up, and it's like, by the way, the reason I was finding so many dildos was because it's a bug, which is just a stupid, funny bug to have. I mean, that's just that. Anyway. So getting off of the dildo thing. There we go. That's a wonderful word right there.
Oh, jeez.
So yeah, there's a lot of controversy going on with this right now. The devs have sent out a bunch of releases. The part that's disappointing is apparently, and I think this is the story that you were asking for, that CD Projekt Red knew about the bugs, and when they sent in to go get certification from Sony and Microsoft, Sony and Microsoft said, "What the hell is this? Like, it looks bad." CD Projekt Red said, "We're going to fix it by release date." And Sony and Microsoft said, "Okay." And, they took our word for it. I mean, this is a very well-known developer, a lot of high-quality stuff, well-known in the industry. And it turned out like this. And so I honestly don't blame Sony for pulling the game. Now, if you still own the game, if you bought the game and you didn't get a refund, like, you can still play it. So there might be some other terms stipulations, but they just nobody else can buy it digitally. I don't know what they're going to do about the physical copies, though. That's an interesting...
They commented on that somewhere. I saw it. I don't remember where it was. But I think with the physical copies, you, mail them in.
Interesting. So this game is going to be...
I think is what I saw.
This is going to be the most pirated game in the world.
It was... Oh, it was in their letter on Twitter.
Okay. But yeah, so apparently... So they knew about this, that the state of this game on the old gen, the previous generation consoles was going to be this way, and they just went ahead and let it through. And we have a letter here that they've been sending out a lot of apologies. It seems like they want to do the right thing, which I'm assuming Joey is going to. Yep, here we go. Let's. You know what, Joey? Go ahead, open up your rant because I know you have something. I know you have something locked in those doors. Or do you need more time to stew on it? Because if you need more time to stew on it. Because you're going to give me a great episode title, and I know it's going to come from that. So if you need a little bit more time, make a new show called Joe Stews, and then boils over.
I think I and the rest of the Cyberpunk community would say this. They can take their apology and shove it up their asses.
We don't have to mark asses, though, babe.
Do?
No, we don't.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I saw mark. Oh, you were getting red. You had a marker queued up just in case he.
You know
Just
what?
in case.
Sorry. Exclamation mark. They can shove it up their fucking asses.
There we go.
There we go.
That
sounds more
That's
chill.
better. Because that wasn't good enough. Apologies for up this game that you guys have been waiting for as long as you have. Apologies that we are failures like Microsoft Xbox Series X. You know what? This company should be bought by Microsoft because it works perfectly. Failure with failure. I mean, why not?
They bought Bethesda.
I mean, geez, Microsoft loves losing money. Might as well buy this company while you're at it. I mean, what's the biggest... I don't see a big deal anymore. I mean, I'm so used to being let down by these companies nowadays that I'm just not even fazed by it anymore.
He might be onto something there. Microsoft has been looking to pick up studios. If their evaluation has gotten this low, but Microsoft has the funding to be able to get them past this hump, and they make all these games exclusive, you might be onto something there. They might actually try to buy this company.
Of course they will. They want to fail more. I mean,
but outside of this one instance, CD Projekt Red made the Witcher series, and that is not by any means a failure.
no.
This is it just seems like it was rushed out by the damn business people because they wanted to get their money back. I mean, it was an expensive game to produce, but
CD Red is doing what Microsoft did.
CD Projekt.
You know what? I don't give CD failure is what they're called
CD
now.
failure, right?
Because
The CD Projekt failure. There you
they
go.
started out strong
There's a title.
and now they go.
Yeah.
And just like Microsoft, they were strong, and then they got into the gaming world, and there you go.
You know, and so I was thinking about this earlier. I was reading a comment that was on one of the YouTube videos that we have. And it was about...
Oh, please do tell me about comments.
No. It got me thinking about the 360. You had a 360, right?
Yes.
Did your 360 red ring?
Yeah, I did.
It did
I did
red
have
ring?
one, yeah.
So, okay. And Erin, you had a 360.
Mm-hmm.
And did your 360 red ring?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Multiple times.
I got my first 360 in 2011.
I call it the ringworm.
Ew. Because it's all up in it?
All up in there and it's red.
Ew. That's very detailed. Okay.
Mark that down. No, I'm joking.
So the console red ring, and beforehand, you guys, well, you had PS2, right, Joey? No. Okay. And Erin, you only had PS1.
Correct.
Okay.
And my dad had a PS3 for the Blu-ray player because it was cheaper than a Blu-ray player.
So the thing I always try to kind of wrap my head around is like, what was and again, I wasn't there during that time. I was a PlayStation guy all the way through. But what was like for you guys the biggest appeal of the 360? You know, it had red rings. You know, it was red ringing, and it. Joey's laughing. He's now every time you say red ring, he's gonna think of damn ringworm. So Erin, while he's processing those issues that he's got, like, what was the appeal for it? Because the thing had a 50% failure rate when it initially launched. So I can never understand why anybody would have wanted one of those consoles, yet Microsoft made it through.
Well, so we got ours because, and obviously I was living with my family at the time. We had the original Xbox, and then someone broke into our house and stole it. And so by the time we replenished our console, it was... the 360 was out, and so we were gifted it for Christmas.
So you had the original one. Mm-hmm. So what was and I know besides Halo, like if you loved playing first-person shooters, like the reason to get an Xbox was Halo. So I understand why the Halo faithful would have stuck with the 360. But I don't take you for much of an original Halo player. So like what was again, I just didn't know. To me, it was always just PS1, PS2, PS3, so on and so forth. I got older, and then, Halo 4 came out, and I really liked the way it looked, so I got it, right? And so before we get into the original Xbox thing that I was just asking you there, and I want to hear Joy's answer. Like, what was the appeal of the 360 for you? Unless it's the same story as her. I swear to God, if you say ringworm.
No. I just always wanted to put ointment on that machine.
Ointment?
Yeah, for the red, ring.
Oh, God. Ew.
No, I mean,
Ew. All I think about now is a butthole that's red. When you said that, you put ointment on your red ring.
Wow.
I'm sorry, that was just the visual I got. And you're talking about ringworm.
Yeah.
You know what? Shut the hell up. I don't want to hear it. What's going on? Okay.
You don't want to hear what?
Okay, yes, I do. I want to hear.
So I picked the 360 just because I went from, I had the original Xbox. So I went to 360. I didn't have a PlayStation until PS4.
So you weren't even... Wow.
Oh, you know what? I take that back. I had the original PlayStation. I forgot about that. My dad actually bought me that when I was a kid. But besides that PlayStation, I never had one until I got the PS4.
Okay, so you did have original... Okay. No, I was just curious because that always... I guess...
Yeah, I was mostly an Xbox guy. I was always against PlayStation for the longest time. I don't know why.
Yeah, I never got that because the PlayStation existed beforehand. Like, Xbox didn't come out until PS2.
I was just a stupid person. Like, if I went back, I would probably kick myself in the head, tell you the truth, lock myself in a locker and laugh at myself. What games did you play in the original Xbox? I don't want to get into like an Xbox thing, but I'm just very curious about on the original.
Because it was effectively a couple games. They didn't have a whole lot of games.
Midnight
like PS2
Club
had all the games.
Yeah, but they had a good sports selection too.
Oh, was that it?
I played a lot of sports games. Halo.
Yeah, Halo was if you were a Halo guy.
Halo was just an accident for me. I just saw it in the store. I'm like, oh, this looks cool. You shoot things.
They're at the Master Chief.
Yeah. And then I play, I'm like, oh.
Yeah. It's
and now we have to wait.
For an infinite amount of time, it would seem. But you know what? Look, Microsoft is not pulling the same thing CD Projekt Red pulled. Because their asses would be just as screwed with this whole thing. So They said 2 weeks. They said, you know what? And maybe CD Projekt Red should have done the same thing. When they did the delay, after the second delay, they said, you know what, guys? We need more time. We're going to let you know. We're going to redo the release date. It's now pending. You know what I'm saying? That might have been a better move.
And they could have easily shown what was going on instead of having people review it and then say that you can only show this or this and only review the PC version. Like, they were making their reviewers lie to the public on what was going on with the game. And instead, they could have just showed what the actual bugs were. Right.
And that would have been at least a little bit of transparency. Like leaking the footage of what it looked like if, let's say the higher ups were being, hush hush, we already got the pre-orders in, we're going to make our money back and then we'll fix it after the fact. And they didn't realize, those people making those decisions probably didn't realize how bad it was. The devs did. I'm guessing, right? Just speculation. And so I would imagine, if somebody would have leaked something, we would be seeing a very different discussion right now. Because you're going to see, once you see the public opinion, it's then the investors know, oh, wow, we're going to lose a ton of money on, so they won't do it. So, that's neither here nor there. But it's been one hell of a story. I mean, I can't go on YouTube without hearing some new thing every freaking hour.
Yeah.
About a Cyberpunk thing that's happening. I've never seen anything like this before.
Yeah. It is way too big. And Joey, do you think that you would have, because I know that you're really upset about the whole Halo thing, right? Do you think that you would be less upset about Halo Infinite if you could actually see why it's being delayed so long?
No.
You don't think so?
No.
Even if there's a really, really, really good reason. What if it's just not done? It's just legit buggy. It would be like Cyberpunk.
If it's like Cyberpunk, I don't know. You guys made how many Halos? And you're telling me this one is going to be all buggy? Because you guys showed me a PC version?
Yeah, and it was an under-optimized PC version.
Yeah.
It didn't look good.
Very bad.
No.
And maybe that's why they decided to delay it. Maybe they just want to redo all the stuff.
You know what? Yeah. You're right. Yay for that.
So you'd rather have Halo Infinite.
I'm just saying you should have had it ready to go.
It takes time, man. It takes time. It takes time to do this stuff. I gotta, as a software guy, I gotta say it takes a lot of time.
Developer had caught diarrhea and he was sick for a week. I mean,
or he caught COVID.
Let's not go so realistic, okay? Relax.
I mean, that was the.
Everyone wants
did you see his face there?
COVID.
Well, don't be so realistic. I mean, come on. You're being unreasonable.
Yeah. I'm saying diarrhea and right away COVID.
That's just, one.
No, you're
one
right.
problem
You're
to
right.
another.
That's a lot of problems.
It's a lot.
That sucks. You just had diarrhea and then all of a sudden you're like, I have COVID.
Yeah, you're not getting any code done that week.
You just got over something that's horrible to go on to something that's worse.
Completely Circus is totally sponsored by Pepto-Bismol.
Not.
We're not. But Erin told me I'm not allowed to say that. I'm not allowed to do those anymore.
We're also sponsored by.
Okay.
Definitely.
We are going to beep that hardcore.
Speaking of beeping, our battery is running low on the audio.
Okay. So we're going to go ahead and take a quick break and swap out the batteries for our recorder, and we will be right back. And we're back. So we have.
And we're back.
No.
And we're back.
I'm so proud of both of you. Okay. So where were we?
I'm proud of Erin, but not Doug.
Oh, thanks, Joe. I'm proud of you too.
Thank you.
What the hell?
I am also proud of you.
But
he complimented me, so I complimented him.
I technically complimented you.
We need Dr. Phil.
Well, I don't know. I can't do a good Dr. Phil.
That's funny.
So
Cyberpunk.
I know there's a lot of bugs and stuff going out like that, and we don't want to beat too much into it. But what we found, Erin found actually, she found this video today.
Who found it?
Erin found.
Thank you.
A bunch of funny stuff. We're going to go ahead and post it on the Twitter.
Like last week.
I actually think we already have it posted on the Twitter.
Yeah, we do.
Let's watch some of these. So if you are listening to us and you want to check some of these out, you can find the videos that we're watching on. We'll try to sell them on Twitter. Or you can, view us on YouTube, and you'll be able to see some of the stuff here. So,
at Completing the Circuit official podcast,
you can do, if you just Google search, just Completing the Circuit podcast, you'll find it. Or at Completing the C on Twitter as well. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead. So yeah, these bugs have been like, it pisses me off because I want to enjoy this quality game. No, piss me off's okay.
No, that was a marker to remember to put a card
She did
on the
thing
video.
again.
Oh, there we go. Fair enough. So these bugs have been like absolutely hilarious. So let's go. Let's check some of them out.
Okay.
Cyberpunk 2077 has had a less than ideal launch, and your mileage will vary widely depending on the platform you play it on. So we scoured the internet to round up the best bugs and glitches that players encounter during their time in Night City. Fair warning, some of these clips were captured before more recent patches to the game, so they might have been fixed by now. For more Cyberpunk, make sure to like this video and subscribe. Let's check in and see those bugs and glitches.
Don't do it! Kiss my dead spunk!
What the hell?
I'm not
What stuff
entirely
is in
sure.
there? Kiss my dead spunk! I know.
Oh.
Oh.
Just pulling bottles out of her butt.
She swapped it out with a cup of.
No! No, ma'am! Ma'am, no, don't do that!
Oh my god.
Wait, where are you gonna put that? Don't. Kiss my dead spunk! What? No!
She's smoking a smoke.
Enjoy the fries?
Oh my god, that's funny. Okay, he's just.
Did you see what happened? Something feels off here.
You think?
You don't say.
We can't possibly describe this to our listening audience, but
Yeah.
he was in a car, and then another car just ran inside of his car. What the? Alright, so we got.
Girl is getting flung on the outside of her car.
The guy stole a car, and then the car just started doing kickflips with the original owner of the car flipping around.
What's so good in you?
Oh, I think this is my favorite one.
It's just a car flying in from the distance.
Oh my god!
No origin.
At least it's not GTA levels of like you go in front of someone and they're automatically trying to shoot you.
I don't like the way he looked at me.
Okay, this guy's gonna shoot.
Bam.
Oh my god! Okay, so the chick punched a dude in the face on the sidewalk, and then he just went to a T-pose. Oh yeah.
I don't deserve this.
Wait, was that Hallelujah actually in the game, or was it something someone put it after the fact?
I don't know.
Okay, I want to get this sword. Oh, this is unbelievable. How? What the hell?
He's driving slow-mo on a motorcycle. Stands up. No pants on.
Yeah,
And now he's a floating head.
if you guys are listening to this on Spotify or iTunes, you're going to have to check some of these out. Because if you have... Okay, this is what I've seen before. But this is bad. Like... Oh my god. Oh, I wish I would have shown the explosion.
Yeah.
There probably wasn't one.
Oh yeah, it bugged out.
So this guy changed the radio station, and another car just popped in and threw him off the building.
He's like in a smart car too.
He deserved it.
Yeah, yeah, from being in a smart car.
Hey!
Try to take me and I'll crush you.
Oh, I wish it was the first person. That's like, it's so funny to watch. Like
Oh, I fell through the map.
What the hell was that?
Voiceover.
I did nothing to that.
Wait. Are they in the vending machine?
It kind of looks like it.
Wait. What the fuck?
Yo, officer.
Hey, I'm standing here.
That laugh.
Oh my god.
Are you?
Okay, I think I know what my first game streaming thing's gonna be. I'm just gonna be finding bugs. Look at this guy.
Yeah. He's like stuck in a couch.
This will not last long. Shoot him!
What the
Hold on.
This guy's supposed to be on a motorcycle. But the motorcycle disappeared.
Oh, how does this get this bad?
These are some pretty crazy bugs.
He's on fire now. Okay, so it's effectively a guy. He jumped out of an invisible car onto your car in front of your car. Oh, he's right. Okay, I didn't see that scene. He's supposed to be. Okay. I think I told you about this one, Joey. That's a problem in the fighting. So the fighting's first person, you throw punches, but then suddenly you like warp when you throw punches, or they throw punches at you. You like go like 50, you go like 50 feet away.
Yeah, you're on a bungee cord.
For you.
I don't know.
Where he's parked.
What?
Next to Gramsci Burgers. Okay, do my best to talk us up.
He just sits down. Oh my god.
How's it going?
It's just floating.
Oh my god.
If you're armed, place your weapon here.
Oh, please be some. What the?
Now please report to room number 2.
What the hell was that?
So what now?
No idea.
Wait, how long is this whole clip?
8 minutes.
Pay me,
We're
Okay.
7 minutes
we go
in.
our separate ways.
I've come this far.
I ain't gonna lie. I'm a bit light. Can't pay you now. I have something for you once I collect my scrap for this corpo crap we're carrying.
Oh, and you just figured I would sit by, pay.
Actually, I wasn't gonna pay you at all.
I'm not sure what this
Bust
bug
ass.
is.
Yeah.
It's
You're
just
all right.
The
randomly.
cameras all over the place. This has been the famous one that's been everywhere. The Nintendo 64 textures. And then the guy, yeah. And he just gets in. And now, apparently you get in the car through the roof in this game.
To Jurassic Park.
What the hell? Okay, that was.
It's that was a comparison.
Okay,
That's great.
That was pretty.
That's
okay,
funny.
I know exactly what my because that's. I'm sorry, I have to. That is some.
That is great.
We used to get weird bugs like that in GTA 3. They were rare though, and we had this thing. We'd take a fire truck and run it down this alleyway and do flips off like this little part that would make the car flip up. We did that so many times that the game started bugging out, and we would like cars would start flying in the sky randomly. Like it was so weird. Like you do a flip, you turn around, there's like a car 30 feet in the air just flying across the sky. So to me, this stuff is like right up my alley. That's freaking hilarious. Oh my god.
That is super funny.
Yeah. So Joey, I mean, you're not really missing much with.
Yeah.
And here I thought Madden was bad.
Yeah. Madden is EA is off the hook for a while.
Yeah.
Not with me.
No.
No.
No. Somebody said something, a comment of yours, something about that. EA should be giving up Madden, and it should go to another company. And I don't know if you responded to him, but if you haven't, you definitely should.
I haven't. I forgot about that, unfortunately.
Well, that's okay. You know what? We've all been busy. It's the holidays and all that stuff like that. Again, happy holidays, everyone. But
The humbug.
Happy holidays.
it seems like people agree with you, which is what I'm saying. I mean, one comment is one comment, but at the end of the day, it seems like, yeah, people are pissed at EA. Now, you were saying something earlier about this Madden 21 for the next gen consoles being like,
No, I
better.
just ran across an article.
You just ran across an article?
I didn't read it.
Maybe, wait, is it out? Is the next gen Madden 21 out?
I
Or are they just talking about it?
I guess so.
Okay.
I don't know. Hold on.
Yeah, we'll look it up real quick. Because if it is, maybe we got to give it a look. Because I am curious what because NBA 2K21 is just, I mean, it's gorgeous. Like I can't get over how good the visuals are in that game. But anyway, what other stories do we have in the queue? Let's see. Erin has a wallpaper of Cyberpunk. And, the Metacritic rating. Do we have that one?
We do.
Okay, so the Metacritic thing has been very interesting. So I had heard that the bonuses for the developers was going to be based on how well they did on the Metacritic score. Now, for anyone who's not familiar with Metacritic, it's effectively like a culmination of a bunch of different reviewers, both professional reviewers and individual users. You get a user score, and you can judge the game based off different factors, different platforms, and what have you. So the Metacritic score for this game has not been good. The PC version, which I believe I saw in 87, at one point it was in the 90s when it first got reviewed, but the user score is 7. I'm sorry, and it's so the Metacritic score is like what? It's 1 to 100, right, Erin?
Yeah.
And then the user score is on a 10-point scale.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the first gen console versions, so the PC version, according to CD Projekt Red, like they focused on that one first. That was like their priority, and then they just never really got around to these other versions, which have been hitting like 15 frames per second, and if not worse.
Yeah.
And I mean they're I mean it's truly unplayable. There's no like I grew up with a lot of low end hardware as far as PC gaming goes, so I know what it's like to play a game with bad frame rates and the lowest settings. But that's unplayable. I mean, there's nothing.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nothing you can do about it. So yeah, this whole Metacritic thing has been quite the controversy for them, because then of course they redacted their policy for how bonuses were going to be distributed. Now I don't think anyone's going to get a bonus. I don't think a single person's going to get a bonus, because they need to use all that money to recoup losses on this deal or on this game.
Which is a huge bummer, because I'm sure that somebody in that company said, no, it's not ready yet. Let's not push it out. And
Right.
their bonus is getting hit because nobody listened to them.
Right. And you know what? I would like to see, I think we've talked about this a few times on the show before. I would like to see more companies just a little bit more, just have a little bit more transparency. I honestly think, like, if Apple releases a product and it's like, why does that stupid, dumb case for the AirPods Max. So those came out this week. If you haven't seen the review, check it out on the main channel. We did a kind of a first unboxing and first impressions video. But it has a stupid case. And I cannot figure out, like, there's nothing. I have not been able to find one justification for this dumb case. Not a single one. It doesn't make any sense. It looks like a purse, looks like a bra, looks like a purse bra, looks like a bras, and like I just don't understand. I don't. Now in those situations, I bring that up to say, like, if Apple just came out and said, well, this is what we found in our research and testing, this is why we did it, like, then we can kind of roll from there. So I just feel like in cases like this, just companies just having a little bit more transparency. Like, this person said this was like just people taking fault, I think, is really what it is.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
And I think people would be a hell of a lot happier. I don't plan on getting a return in the game and getting a refund. I bought it on Xbox, and it plays all right. But I mean, either way, there's a lot of people who are pissed off, and especially not everybody getting PS5s. I am just swearing all over the place. Not everybody getting next gen consoles. Like, what else can you play it on? You need an epic ass PC to be able to play this game. Like, you need a beefy graphics card. You're not playing this on no mid tier PC and getting any level of enjoyment out of it. So you got to play it on these consoles, which hundreds of millions of people have, and now they can't play it. Of which we've all been hyped for this game all year long.
For 8 years, in fact.
For 8 years. Well, I've known about it for 8 years. I think I showed it to you last year or 2 years ago.
Well, I was just speaking to the community.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Because there are a lot of people who have been waiting for it for a very long time.
Most anticipated game of the year. Guess what? 2020 just keeps giving back, doesn't it? It just will not die. It's not going to go out without a fight.
Yeah. And poor all of those people who kept expecting to see a bunch of Elden Ring stuff this year and didn't get anything on that. So
isn't that the one you're waiting for? No, you're waiting for Medium.
I'm waiting for Medium, which was supposed to come out. I don't actually know what Elden Ring is. I just know a bunch of people keep talking about it.
What the hell?
Like a bunch.
Elden Ring?
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, have you heard of this? Elden Ring? No?
Every single gaming event that I watched, the YouTube comments were constantly people guessing Elden Ring, Elden Ring, Elden Ring. Give us something, Elden Ring.
Okay, hold on. I found something here. You still looking for that date, Joey? That not date, but the Madden if was released or not?
Oh yeah, I didn't see anything.
You didn't see it? Okay, not a big deal. What is? Let's see. I never heard of this Elden Ring thing. Again, it sounds very Kylie. I think it sounds familiar. Someone said that before. I had like deja vu. E3. This was a year ago. You know, we're gonna have to look at this one later. I'm not exactly sure what this is, but it's definitely new to me.
It's something Dark Soulsy, I believe.
It looks a little Dark Soulsy from what I'm seeing here. There we go. Perfect article. How Elden Ring's magic should differ from Dark Souls. I don't know. We'll see. I am more curious now, especially with this game doing so poorly. I would like to see Rockstar come out and say, GTA 6, like, here you go, guys. Now you can get your open world city driving experience. And I have a feeling, I wouldn't be surprised. Now, maybe Rockstar respects CD Projekt Red. Maybe as developers, they understand. But Rockstar talks so much, I wouldn't be surprised to find out that, like, somewhere in GTA 6's world, they have, like, a billboard, like, now bug-free. Or just something subtle. Because they do stuff like that. They had this one in San Andreas. You go through a billboard, and it was like, the billboard was like, a taste soon to come or something like that. And they blew out one of the words. And it just said a taste of, well,
Oh.
Yeah, it was. They just do little stuff like that, and I've always appreciated that humor. So I wouldn't be surprised if we see some GTA 6 soon. I say that because there's a guy. He basically he modded GTA 5 like way the hell up, put a PlayStation badge in the corner on YouTube, so it looked like he said like official GTA 6 trailer. The guy had like maybe I don't know like 20 subs before he launched this thing, and then he got like 1.5 million views in 2 days.
Wow!
Off of this trailer. And I mean, it had a horrible like ratio. I think it was like 2,000 likes, like 40,000 dislikes or something, because it's super obvious what it was.
Yeah.
But I mean, that would be cool. That would bring my energy back up again. I'd get super excited.
Yeah. I hear you.
Yeah. So I think that about covers all the Cyberpunk stuff. What else do we have in the news this week? U.S. government got hacked. So that's been fun. That's been a very huge story. There's actually a lot to that. I don't know what you guys have heard, but effectively, Joey, actually, the company that makes SolarWinds, a bunch of Russians apparently got in some of their source code, put in a back door, and that stuff is used by like big governments.
Yep.
And so a huge vulnerability came out, and the Russians got in and apparently stole a bunch of information.
Wonderful.
Yeah, and you can imagine. And you worked a little with SolarWinds, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you're familiar with like how much exposure that thing has to hardware. Now I haven't really worked with it. I've only like heard of it and seen it in but tell us more about it, because I don't really know all that much about SolarWinds. If you want to, or if you can.
That's actually a really big deal, because you have things like Hub So guys, I worked for a company that we did work for government companies such as, it's called HUD, not Hub.
There
HUD.
it is. Okay, I was wondering, like,
yeah,
okay.
not Hub, HUD.
Sorry to put you on the spot like that. It's an interesting story. So,
which is a government housing. Dom, you know this one too.
It's like housing urban development or something like that, or something of urban department or something like that. We have a government. Yeah, we have a
couple government things, if I'm not mistaken. In fact, we have stuff. If I'm not, I believe the company had stuff with the military. If I'm not mistaken.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't remember. Well, anyways, SolarWinds is a thing where it keeps track. It alerts you if there's any issues of a router, a switch, or whatever the case is, and you go in and you go and fix it or call third party. But it keeps tabs on everything.
Right.
So if they were able to back into the SolarWinds, that means they got all of it.
They can get everything. And now...
And SolarWinds is used a lot.
Yeah.
Not just the company I work for, but all over the place.
Yeah. And apparently, before they announced this bug, or before this thing got out, and I haven't heard all the details yet on the story, but the people inside the company knew. Oh, yep, he's got it on. The people inside the company knew, and apparently they were starting to sell stocks before the story came out.
Wow.
Which is dirty.
It's a little messed up.
That's...
Do you think... here's my question. Was it the Russians, or was it an inside job / let's pin it on the Russians because they've been...
Apparently the evidence is overwhelming.
Is it?
And this kind of stuff has been going on like
I know.
constantly, so it wouldn't surprise me. But apparently they did a really good job. Effectively, they modified it in such a way that they could backdoor in, but it wouldn't just dump all the data that you have to them. It just they masked it in such a way so it looked like normal SolarWinds traffic. Mm-hmm. So you never pick it up. I think it was like a random security researcher. Yeah, like it was like really well done. And they managed to get a lot of stuff. And now these companies are effectively saying, like the governments are saying, like, you need to turn off all of your whatever devices of a certain type in SolarWinds, and then you have to rebuild all your SolarWinds stuff from scratch, from the ground up.
At that point, you don't go with SolarWinds.
Yeah. No, I'm saying if you already have SolarWinds.
Yeah, I know, but here's the problem though. If they got a back door in there, did they say if they've... I mean, they found it, of course.
So they found it, and they have the correct version. So there's this thing called
my thing is if they backdoor it in once, they're gonna be able to do it again.
So theoretically, that's what they're concerned about. So they have basically generated a hash code for what that thing looks like. So the file that was affected, and they've already gone through all their stuff supposedly.
It's gonna be different though.
No, it won't. Not if you have the exact same file. So they use these things called...
no, I'm saying they're not going to use the same thing to back in.
Right. At least the initial vulnerability. If there is additional vulnerabilities, they're going through everything right now. But it was effectively a source code leak, and it rolled into a bunch of stuff. I mean, it's still a developing story, and it is kind of scary because of the stuff that they got into, because apparently they got into a lot of government stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean a lot of government stuff.
That's why the government needs to stop using these companies and build their own thing.
Yeah. Well, when they do, then healthcare.gov.
No, here's the thing. You don't let it known by public.
Oh.
You don't let the public know about it, number one. Number two, you build it in-house, just like we did with that Stratum thing.
Yeah.
You build it in-house, you don't let the public know, and you make sure you have every single employee sign a document that you are hereby under oath not to share this with anybody.
An NDA, effectively.
Okay, fine.
No, I hear what you're saying.
Yeah, but that's what they need to do. Because you using these companies, it doesn't matter how good they are, anything can happen.
Yeah,
we all know that. Yeah. Now, I'm not saying that no one can hack government things. They get hacked all the time. I mean, in fact, they hire the hackers that hack them.
Yeah.
Yeah, they do.
I mean, they do.
They do.
So, if you build it inside a house, you're less likely to get this problem than you are when you use the public.
Yeah, it's effectively kind of an ignorance is bliss type thing. If nobody knows you have a security system, or they can't figure out what your security system is,
right,
it becomes a lot harder.
In fact, what you should do is hire Apple and have them encrypt your stuff.
You see, I have been saying for the longest time, Apple has a lot of things that would be just great for businesses, and I don't know why they don't just take their suite of products and create an Apple business sector where you can get an iPhone with a business version of iOS and a MacBook with a business version of macOS, because I really think a lot of companies would use their stuff.
Oh, they would, because it's more. It's not like Windows where everything is a virus.
Yeah, so it's interesting with Windows viruses and stuff like that, because when you're making viruses, you're trying to basically take money. Is what you're trying to do. So you have a 90% market share or a 10% market share. Like, you're going to get more money out of the 90%. That's not to say that macOS.
The sad part is you buy these people. I tell people don't buy virus protection.
Oh yeah.
They look at me like I'm out of my mind. Like, what do you mean you don't buy virus protection? I'm like, the first thing is you buy these virus protections. They put a virus on your computer. Number one, it doesn't matter who it is. The only one I will say, I actually will say Bitdefender.
Bitdefender's good. Norton has gotten weird.
Norton's horrible. McAfee is horrible.
Yeah, they've become.
They're all horrible. Bitdefender. If you're gonna do a virus thing, then fine, go with Bitdefender. That's the best one because it doesn't slow down your computer. Number one, and number two, I worked with them, with Bitdefender at an older company, and never once was there like any kind of virus.
Completely Circus is not sponsored by Bitdefender in any way, shape, or form. Although, if you're interested in sponsoring us, Bitdefender, please give us a call at 555. I'm just kidding.
911.
Or send us an email.
But no, so I tell everyone, unless you're doing that, don't get it. Because all they do is put virus on your computer. They're like, what do you mean they put virus? I'm like, because they want you to think you need them.
Mm-hmm.
They put a virus on your computer and keep it there, so this way you see, oh, we did this.
Yeah, there's a lot of them
doing their job.
There's a lot of them that do that, or they'll make false flags and say now you need additional stuff, and then it becomes this huge scam type thing. I've never heard of Norton doing that. I think there was a case with McAfee.
No, Norton doesn't do that, but Norton allows viruses to go through.
Yeah, Norton's not very good. And to be honest with you, the built-in
and they slow down your computer so bad.
Yeah, the built-in Windows Defender for Windows, I never had an issue with. That thing worked fine for me. I just let it do its thing, update itself, and just scan it. It was lightweight and always worked. Security Essentials is what it used to be called when they first introduced it. Now it's part of Windows, and you can disable it and install your own. But that's just it's just bloatware. It's not useful anymore.
Easy thing is stay off the porn sites, guys.
Yeah, or get a really good blocker. Get a DNS blocker.
Yep.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to help you guys. I'm going to give you
or just
a video.
Use your phones.
Or don't use your Android phone.
No. God no.
Don't use your Android phone. Okay, but if you ever want to go to
an iPhone though, you're fine.
iSheep.
You're more phone. Yes, we had So the individual. I'm just kidding. I'm not going to get into that. So well, I think that about covers everything here. Anything else? Anything else, guys? Before we're off next week, by the way.
Yes.
So if you made it this far, we're off next week. Have a happy, safe holiday.
My podcast, on the other hand, is not off next
Joey is trying to go solo, and I won't let him because he owes me $87,000, and each podcast he does is worth $1. So
see this, guys? I'm a slave. I'm a slave for you.
Yeah, you're Britney Spears.
I'm a slave for this audience, not for the man.
No, I'm for
you guys.
I'm going to be the CD Projekt Red owner, putting the thumb on him, and he's going to be. I'm just kidding.
He has a weak thumb, guys. Don't worry.
No, they're pretty good thumbs.
No,
they bend a lot farther.
But anyways, guys, thank you for listening to us. I'm glad that we got everything.
He's taking my outro.
Have a great Christmas.
Shut the hell up. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Absolutely enjoyed. Be safe. Wear a mask. Take care of yourselves, and appreciate all the viewers, all the listening.
Keep watching our videos, and
keep
we
going.
will
We're
be
gonna
back
give you a
in
great
2
2021.
weeks. Love you guys. Take care.
And awesome. Yes, that's great. Aaron, you're great. And have a nice day.
See ya.
.com.